Introducing UnBlockG2. In April 2003, Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, said, "If we are to succeed in our efforts to build a more healthy, peaceful, and equitable world, the classrooms of the world have to be full of girls as well as boys. Study after study has taught us that there is no tool for development more effective than the education of girls." Why is girls' education so important? There are a number of reasons, and here are three. According to the United Nations Girls' Education Initiative, children of educated mothers are twice as likely to survive past the age of 5. When 10% more women attend school, the GDP of a country increases 3% on average. Women are less vulnerable to human trafficking when they are educated. So what prevents their education? Poverty. The cost of uniforms, books, and bus fares can be prohibitive. Opportunity costs. Girls could be cooking or cleaning, housekeeping, and caregiving. They can be doing things that add direct financial benefit to the family. Tradition. Sons are expected to be the breadwinners when they grow up. And the risks of sexual harassment by other students, teachers, and even strangers on the way to school. So what creates success? Schools within 1 kilometer of home, involvement of parents and local communities in running of schools, female teachers, incentives to stay in school, and policies against sexual abuse and exploitation. The challenge we were given is creating processes around conditional aid. Conditional aid is if you do X, you get paid. For example, if your daughter stays in school 80% of a month, you get paid. The challenge specifically was verification that the condition has been met. Was she actually at that location X hours in the month? Are we giving the money to the right person? Is this her parent? And distributing aid. How do we get the money to the beneficiary? One solution for a school in a rural area of Africa is we could set up an IoT retina scanner so the girls could scan in when they get to school and when they leave, and then use mesh networks to transmit the information to a hub, assuming a small rural school doesn't have internet, and business logic to assess if the conditions have been met. Then payment in either electronic currency or script that can be converted, although you could also add a 3D printer and pay in tools. All of this would be supported by blockchain-based security, including such things as Hyperledger and smart contracts. But let's step back and take a look at the goal. Measuring if girls are in a location. Is that what we want? Are we measuring for the results that we're looking for? I posit that we're focusing on the wrong KPI. The real KPI goal is that they learn, that they're educated. Maybe we should be looking at if your daughter completes these lessons, you get paid. And we can do that. Let's imagine how that might work. Each girl gets her own high-powered, low-cost tablet. The initial layer of the screen is an IoT biometric scanner to track that it's her and how long she's been engaged in the education. It could also track other things, assuming proper consent. The tablet would educate the girl, and the measurement would be that it was her engaging with the tablet and that she hit certain base KPIs of learning. Once those two conditions were met, then the business logic would release the payment. The tablet could be networked with the tablets of the other students and the teacher for classroom settings. It could give her the learning that she wants and needs. It could provide her education at home. So how would this help us? Well, other than the fundamental helping the whole world, how would it help us specifically in Cisco RTP? We have specific research areas in security and IoT and other research areas in RTP that would be potentially supported by this research. So who am I, and why should you invest in our team? Well, I'm Kat McDivitt with AppDynamics. I have an MBA from Keenan Flagler Business School at UNC. I'm a certified project management professional. I'm a serial entrepreneur and a mentor with the Council for Entrepreneurial Development here in North Carolina. One of my advisors is William DeMaculingen, who is an AppDynamics software architect. And who are you? You care about girls, education, and emerging technology. So vote UnBlockG2.